gang. Bob Bowling with you for The Mystery Project. Peggy Delaney is our series, written by James W. Nichol. As a columnist for the Toronto Tribune, Peggy's job is to be drawn into painful and difficult situations and to make sense of them. This from a lady who doesn't even understand her own life. This time, the story is called Nothing to Hide. Kyra Harper stars as Peggy Delaney.
Hello there. You've reached Peggy Delaney, Toronto Tribune. If you have something confidential you want to pass on, just leave your name and number. The walls have ears. I'll get back to you. If you're calling to give me fulsome, unqualified praise for my columns, feel free now. If you're calling to scream at me, fascist, communist, cop-loving, cop-hating, pro-lesbian, anti-lesbian, pretend anti-establishment, crypto-Bay Street swamp pig, go for it. After all, this is a quasi-democracy.
My name is Betty Mundy. I'm calling concerning my son Ivan Mundy, who was shot by the police for no good reason, except he happens to be Jamaican. I would like to tell you our side of the story.
I feel guilty.
Uh-huh.
She has this real trust issue with me, you know?
You mean because of the way you jerked her around all the while she was growing up? The celebrity mom flying in and out of Vancouver, dispensing gifts and boozy kisses while her dad and stepmom did all the parenting?
Okay.
And then, finally getting tired of waiting for you to ask her, she asks you if she can come to Toronto to stay with you for one paltry school semester. And now that she's here, you're about to get involved with some guy, lose your mind, and ignore her. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
You should feel guilty.
Well, I'm really glad we're having lunch together.
You can't smoke in here.
Try and stop me.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm afraid if I put things off with Carlos any longer, he's not gonna hang around. Oh, God, don't me. Okay, decision. I'm going to tell him we shouldn't even see each other until after Aunt goes home. Because she's the most important person in my life. Because she is.
Why are we having this conversation? There was never any question that that's what you'd say, was there?
It's just, I have this addictive personality. Sometimes I need an adrenaline rush.
But there was never any real question that that's what you'd say. Was there?
No.
It nipped his heart.
But I understand he'll be all right.
The doctor said another inch over. That bullet will have killed him. Do you think you get over such a thing? That all this trauma won't stay with him the rest of his life?
I'm sure it will.
And why? Because he wears hip-hop clothes? Because he carries himself with an attitude? Because he's 18 years old and he's black?
It's my understanding, Mrs. Mundy, it was because it was 2 a.m. There was a drug bust going on. He was hiding in someone's backyard. And he pulled a weapon.
My boy did not pull a weapon. Put yourself in his place. He's on his way home from his girlfriend's. 2 men jump out of a car and start to chase him. He runs. They yell out, "Stop, police!" Now, this might be a comforting announcement to a white person who was doing nothing wrong. But to the ears of a black teenager of Jamaican background in the city, these are not words of comfort. These are words of fear. So yes, he should have stopped, but he continued to run.
And the weapon?
He admitted he did have a knife. But when they yelled, they were police, because he didn't want to be found with a concealed weapon, he threw it away. Most teenagers carry weapons. You must know that.
I checked this morning, and so far, he hasn't been charged with any drug offenses. But I was told they were pending. Trespassing, resisting arrest, assault with a deadly weapon.
There are no drug charges, because there were no drugs. My son is an honor student, Miss Delaney. His only offense was his color.
So you're saying if the situation were the same, except it was a white teenager, he wouldn't have been shot?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Isabel Diaz?
Yeah,
Ivan Mundy's girlfriend?
I guess so.
I'm Peggy Delaney, Toronto Trib.
Shit.
Yeah, I get a lot of that. Have you been to the hospital yet to see Ivan?
No,
Why not?
because the cops won't let me.
Ah. I just talked to his mom. Have you met her?
Once. She didn't like me much, but then my dad hates Ivan, so what else is new?
Why?
Why do you think?
Because he's black?
Congratulations. Look, it's cold, I'm freezing. I've got to go in and check on my mother, okay? Besides, I don't know anything. Because Ivan didn't do anything.
According to his mother, he was on his way home from seeing you.
That's right.
It was 2 a.m.
So?
So I drove around the block where Ivan was shot. Doesn't seem to be between your place and his place. How could he be on his way home?
Because he didn't leave from here. We were walking around. We went to a show, sat in a restaurant. Like I said, my father doesn't exactly welcome Ivan into our home, okay?
Have the cops asked you about this?
No, because they have to justify shooting him, don't they? Because they have killed him, and now they have to say he was selling drugs. They don't want to talk to me.
I know it's upsetting.
What's it to you anyway?
Well, maybe I can help get to the truth.
The truth is, Ivan wasn't doing anything. He's the kindest, smartest, nicest.
I talked to your neighbor. He was out here shoveling snow. He told me this was the Diaz place. But Marcelo had just left for Hamilton. He works nights.
So?
So your dad wouldn't have been home last Tuesday night.
My mother was here. My little brother.
It's just, if Ivan's so nice, and since it was 2 a.m, why wouldn't he have walked you home to make sure you were safe? Particularly since your father wasn't even here.
Know what I think? I think you're just snooping around looking for a story. And if you can't find one, you'll make one up. There's no story.
She was upset.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, she loves him. And because she knows why he was hanging out in that laneway at 2 a.m.
So do I. He was selling drugs.
Not according to his mom and girlfriend. And the cops didn't find any drugs on him.
No. They didn't plant any on him either.
What's that mean?
It means, once again, the media's all over us for shooting at black. It means, if they keep it up, the politicos will force the Crown to lay some kind of criminal charge, which will destroy another cop's career and put his family through all kinds of grief. You have a cop, a detective, someone I happen to know very well, running down a laneway after some guy at 2 a.m. He chases him into someone's backyard. His heart is pounding. His eyes are watering. He notices his hand is shaking, the one holding his revolver. He can't see anything, just darkness, shadows. He wills himself to see through the dark. Like if he tries hard enough, he'll suddenly get X-ray vision. His jaw is clenched so tight it begins to ache. He starts to shiver. Suddenly, his eyes catch a movement. Somebody right there, their hands moving, pointing a weapon. He fires. He fires. He crosses the yard and finds a black kid with blood gushing out of a chest wound and a knife in the snow. And the cop knows his career is over.
So where is your detective friend now?
Home, on leave officially, waiting for the meat grinder to begin.
A kid nearly got killed.
So did a cop.
What kind of knife was it?
4-inch blade, folds into a bone handle. The kid was opening it. That's the movement he saw, and the flash of the blade. My friend thought it was a gun.
Any cop's fingerprints on it?
No.
Blood from the kid's wound?
No. Just some flecks of blue paint. And the kid's own fingerprints. That's all.
The kid says he threw the knife away.
The kid also says he just happened to be there, looking for someone. But he won't say who.
I thought he was on the way home from seeing his girlfriend.
He's changed his story. It's just bad luck.
What was?
Jumping the kid at the exact moment he wasn't holding any drugs. We had surveillance on those 4 blocks for weeks. Dealers supplying kids. Kids standing on corners. Buyers directed to this corner or that. Cars coming and going in and out of there like a bazaar. So what are we doing? Just driving around?
I thought we were enjoying each other's company.
We are. I didn't mean...
Okay. You have a choice. You can drive me back to my car, or you can take me out to St. Joe's Hospital, and I'll get a cab back. I'm going to talk to the kid.
How are you going to get in to see him? He's under guard.
I'm meeting his mother there in half an hour. I'm his lawyer.
Uh-huh. I'll drive you out.
Carlos.
Yeah?
I just wanted to say... Oh, I know my situation with Amber is a bit different. Why, I can't just, But she's only got 3 more months here, and I think...
I know. I've been thinking about my family, too. My daughter.
Oh?
Yeah, she's only 5 years old. It's killing me. It's hard enough on her. Her daddy not with her mommy anymore. I should be spending more time with her. I should be spending all my time with her.
Well, you should do that then.
And I can't remember what else.
All city chess champion.
Oh yeah, 3rd place, grade 10.
Have you got all that?
Uh-huh.
You should write it down.
It's in my head. I'll remember it. Okay. I'm impressed, Ivan. All your academics and extracurricular. You don't sound like a dope dealer to me.
I'm not.
Of course he's not. And if he kept respectable hours, he wouldn't have been shot at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mom.
What kind of family lets their daughter run around at 2 o'clock in the morning?
She's 17. She's not a kid.
Since when is 17?
Okay. Never mind.
I met Isabel this afternoon on her way home from school. She's a real pretty girl.
Yeah, she is.
She told me you were taking a shortcut home. But I understand now you've changed your story. You were looking for someone?
What?
I had to tell the cops something. They're all over me with their questions. They didn't believe me.
Why did you tell the police you were looking for someone? You weren't looking for someone. You were on your way.
No, I was looking for someone. I was. I just can't say who.
You were looking. You can't say who. Ivan!
I wasn't doing anything wrong. I just can't say.
Are you protecting someone?
No.
So, this is it?
Yeah. There's the yellow tape. Down there.
Uh-huh. So he runs down this laneway. An undercover cop chasing him. Past these garages. The cop yells, "Stop, police." Then he sees the kid hop a fence and go into that backyard over there.
You got it.
Can we have a look?
Sure.
What's the matter? I shouldn't be here? TV crews have been here. Everybody's been here, haven't they?
Yeah.
So, what is it?
Nothing.
Does it have something to do with us?
No.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Well, it should. Aren't you thinking about us?
Sure I am.
Uh-huh. Cops must have searched all along here, looking for drugs Ivan might have thrown away.
For 2 days. Snow's deep in the backyards.
Plowed in the laneway, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Do you see what I see?
Depends on what you see.
That garage door over there.
What about it?
It's blue.
Oh, yeah.
You said there were flecks of blue paint on the kid's knife, didn't you? What if he did throw it away? What if it hit up against that door?
Forget it.
Forget it? No. What do you mean, forget it? Have you actually seen the knife? Are the colors close? Do you know? Carlos?
Kind of close.
You've noticed this door before, haven't you? That's what's eating you. The kid didn't have a weapon in his hand when he was shot. The cops found his knife here afterwards. They opened it up and they put it beside the kid to help out your friend. Right?
That's a guess.
It is. Until you take a flake of that paint and put it under a spectrograph or something. Carlos, have you done that? Carlos?
Yes.
Does anyone else know? Are you on your own on this?
On my own.
Have you got the results?
Not yet.
Amber, do you carry a weapon?
Come again?
Ivan Mundy. You know, the kid that was shot. The story I'm working on.
Oh. There's 2 cupcakes left. Do you want one?
Oh, no thanks.
Okay. What do you mean, a weapon?
His mother says most teenagers carry weapons.
I don't. But she's right. Sue carries a knife.
Really?
Yeah, she was, jumped by a bunch of girls a couple years ago. Ever since then, she says. It's small, though. I don't think it could really hurt anybody. It makes her feel better, I guess.
Do you feel like you need to carry a weapon?
No.
Good.
Not yet.
Because it's not smart to carry a weapon. It just escalates things. Look at this Ivan.
I know. No speech is okay.
Don't carry a weapon. God.
I won't.
I just don't get it.
What?
Well, it's 2 a.m. The kid's standing in this laneway. The area's infested with drug dealers. If he wasn't selling or buying, then what was he doing?
Well, maybe he and his girlfriend were making out.
Outside? In the snow? 20 below?
Well, I'm told. I'm just told, okay, that under certain conditions, if you're in love, you don't feel the cold.
If you're in love.
Right.
Well, Ivan and Isabel are in love, all right, despite her father.
What's the matter with them?
Isabel's white. Her father's not exactly thrilled about Ivan.
Oh. That's real stupid.
So, Ivan and Isabel are in the laneway. Ivan thinks the guys jumping out of the car have something to do with her father, so he runs. They yell, "Cops," but he keeps running. I don't know. He's got serious charges against him. Why wouldn't he just say he was with her? And why wouldn't she speak up? They can't be that intimidated by her father, can they? Or can they? Well, now Ivan's saying he was there because he was looking for someone, but he won't say who.
Maybe he was looking for her.
For her?
Sure. Maybe she was the one buying drugs, and he didn't want her to, and then he went looking for her.
Ivan is covering up for her.
Yeah.
Hi there. I'm looking for Isabel. Is she home?
No.
Oh, well, do you know when...
Hello?
Oh, hi. Mrs. Diaz? I'm Peggy Delaney, Toronto Tribune. I was just...
She's the one Isabel said was snooping around. Luis. You doing a story on Ivan?
Yeah?
He's a great guy. He's got more guts than anybody around here. Put that in your paper.
Yeah, okay. And that was?
Luis, I apologize. My son doesn't mean to be rude. He's upset. Ivan is like a big brother to him.
Oh, that's all right. I was just wondering, is Isabel around?
No. She's at my sister's for the night, maybe longer. She cries all the time. She won't go to school. I thought I'd talk with my sister. It might help.
Uh-huh. Ivan's going to be all right, though. She does know that, doesn't she?
But it's all the charges against him. They say he attacked a policeman. Isabel says none of that is true, and she's angry, and then she's sad, and She slams the door, she cries. I don't know what to do with her. She saw him that night, you know. Her cousin called to say Ivan was in trouble, and then she ran up there, and she saw the ambulance, and I feel so bad because I wasn't there to help her.
You weren't here?
No, my doctor, he wanted me to stay in hospital again. 3 days, tests and tests. I'm not so good, you know.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mrs. Diaz. So Isabel was here at home then when Ivan was shot?
Of course. She was looking after Luis.
Hello?
Hi.
Carlos?
Yeah.
Hi. What time is it?
Middle of the night. 3:30.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You sound warm.
You woke me up in the middle of the night to tell me that?
No. I woke you up to tell you that blue paint was a match.
Oh. I'm sorry. I really am.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it's not news. Cops do cover up for other cops because, well, just like you said, everything can happen so quickly. Everyone's so afraid. People just react.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
You okay?
Sure. Not the most popular guy around here.
Well, I found out something today, too.
What?
Ivan and Isabel and her kid brother, Luis, they were alone at the Diaz house that night.
Oh.
Ivan must have left some time before 2. But Isabel was still there, according to this cousin of hers. And, well, she's still really upset and angry, too.
About Ivan?
Yeah, and about having to cover up for whoever it was Ivan went up there looking for, I guess.
So, Ivan comes over to see Isabel. They have the run of the house, just them and the kid brother.
Uh-huh.
Then Ivan leaves, he says, to look for someone.
Right.
Where was the kid brother?
Well, at home, too, I guess. Oh.
It was 2 a.m. Maybe Ivan went looking for him. How old is he?
13, 14, maybe.
Perfect.
For what?
We picked up 3 kids that same night, in that same square of 4 blocks, who were holding drugs. They were all young offenders.
Hi there, Louise.
Hey, what are you doing hanging around here?
Waiting for you to get out of school. Jump in the car.
I don't know where Isabel is.
Well, I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to you.
Oh. So?
Hi. You were saying the other day how brave Ivan was. How he had more guts than anybody else around here. I was just wondering exactly what you meant.
Nothing. Just what I said.
More guts than who, though? Than the punks who hang around Christie Pitts selling drugs? Than the dealers who recruit underage kids to sell their stuff? Is that what you meant?
You're the one spouting off. You tell me.
Okay. Some dealers, I understand, get kids to hold for them. Because if the kids get caught, they're just young offenders. The justice system can't do anything but give them a spanking and let them go. Meanwhile, the dealers are cool. Anybody ever talk to you about that?
No.
So here's what I think. I think your sister had found out somehow that you'd lost your mind, that the big boys were going to let you stand on a street corner that night and sell drugs, and that you went for it. I think Ivan went up there looking for you.
Is that right?
So I'm just wondering, did you see him? Did you follow the ambulance down that laneway, Luis? Did you see Ivan lying in his own blood? Is that why he's braver than anybody?
I don't know.
Did you see his sister come running? Did you hear her crying? What did you say to her, Luis? Please don't tell on me. Don't tell Daddy. I might get in trouble. What did you say, Luis?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Not because of my father, because of my mother. Because she's sick, you know? That's why. Isabel, she said...
She said what?
If Ma found out about me, she'd die. I was scared. I didn't think it would be like that. Cars creeping around, stopping, rolling down their windows. Real slow. You never know when someone might off you just to steal all your stuff, you know? There was a big white stretch limo and lots of cabs and weird, strung-out people. You can hardly see them in the dark. Whispering, buy this, buy that, buy you, kid. High on some crazy shit, you know?
Don't you think you're asking way too much from Ivan? Don't you think it's time to stop pretending you're grown up and be grown up? Louise?
They're after me. To do it again. Work another corner.
Are they?
But I don't want to. I'm just going to say the truth. That Ivan was looking for me. But I can't tell the cops who I was working for. Or those guys will really hurt me, you know?
I know.
I'll just say I was holding for some guy I'd never seen before. And Ivan, he tried to help me, because he did. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Do you think that'll be enough?
Yeah, Louise. That'll be enough.
You have been listening to Nothing to Hide. This week's episode of Peggy Delaney by James W. Nichol. Featured in the cast tonight, Kyra Harper as Peggy, Caterina Scorsone as Amber, George Bouza as Carlos Zabo, John Stalker as Bernie, Arlene Duncan as Betty Mundy, Joel Gordon as Ivan Mundy, Marilo Nunez as Isabel Diaz, Jordan Hughes as Luis Diaz, and Allegra Fulton as Mrs. Diaz. The music was composed and conducted by Milan Kimlicka. The recording engineer was Drago Grandich. Sound effects were by Matt Wilcott. Colleen Woods was the associate producer. Our coordinating producer is Barry Morgan. The program was produced and directed in Toronto by Bill Howell, the executive producer of the Mystery Project. I'm Bob Boving, thanking you for listening and inviting your comments. See you next week.